It's the fabulous, amazing Clark the Shark Show. Here I am, everyone, the Sharkadoodle-Doo, Sharkalama Ding Dong. In my car on a Sunday, waiting for Uber beeps, doing Uber Eats. So how did I get here? I used to be a pool cleaner for a long time. No college degree, no education at all. I don't even know why. Back in 1983, when I graduated from South Torrance High School, by my own choice, I went to El Camino in Torrance for a little bit and then, gave up and dropped out, like they do right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. But I didn't know shit in 1982, 83, 84. And I think everybody is like, well, Sharky, you're supposed to know on your own. It's not up to your parents or your family or people around you. You're just supposed to be like the mighty iguana or lizard or salamander. And you just know, like the eagle, Sharky, And I'm like, yeah, dude, I should have just known to put myself in college in 1983, 84, 85, 86. Yeah, I should have just known that on my own, you guys, like an automatic robot. Dude, I don't know what to make of this all here. Today in California, let's fast forward. Rent is $3,000 a month. If you add up your cable TV and the water, trash, sewer, electrical, everything else. Yeah, you guys. Some of it's because of 2008, 2009, maybe 2004 when people were getting into ARMs, adjustable rate mortgages or subprime mortgages, or I don't know, you guys. Just getting into bullshit that they signed a stack of paperwork. And now, in those days, rent was like, $1,200, $1,100, $1,000 a month or something. And people were like, dude, I can't charge $2,000 a month or $3,000 a month to people for an apartment. Well, somewhere along the sands of time, people began to say, dude, I'm charging my mortgage that I am stuck in to the renter who comes here. They're going to eat it. And people are kind of stupid. A lot of people have good jobs and they're like, dude, I'll pay $2,000 a month. Never knowing that rent was never meant to be $2,000 and $3,000 a month like it is now. But, those people with college educations from, 2023, they're pretty smart and yet they're pretty dumb too, because they don't know that, rent is supposed to be like $850 and shit, $795 a month, or even $650, what it used to be. And people are like, well, Sharky, inflation, the new normal, and maybe even your friends on the Donald Trump Republican side of the coin would say this too. Yeah, they would even more than Democrats, because they're trying to screen out the Democrats and the riffraff and make it their society where only the super uber people can survive right here on the Clark the Shark Show. Meanwhile, the Democrats don't care. They like the high rent too because of the high taxes that walks hand in hand with things like high rent right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. Now, really, here's the truth, people. Everyone should be out in the streets burning the whole state down and marching and saying, we demand our rent to be $1,100 a month and $850 a month for a one bedroom, like it used to be as recently as 2015, 2014. Now, there are probably a plethora of reasons why rent is high, other than all these ARM, mortgages and bloated loans, that happened from 2002 up to, today, really. All loans are bloated now, baby, right here on the Clark the Shark Show. But everyone should be up in arms about this high rent, and yet they're not. It's kind of weird, you guys. Everyone is in a way like, shh. They're like, Sharky, shh. We like the high rent because it screens out people like you, Shark. You can't come live here anymore. The people without education, without degree. Now, me, Clark the Shark, I survived perfectly well without a college degree. I was a swimming pool cleaner. And as we all know, those don't need any certificates, degrees, and you can do a lot. Well, now the state of California has passed a couple of new Democrat ideas. One of them is AB 5, the subcontractor law, where you can't be a subcontractor anymore in California, though now many people, including Uber and Lyft, have found a way to circumvent that, if you will. And then, of course, AB 60, where they gave driver's licenses to everyone. I'm not going to say the I word. I'm just going to say it don't matter who you are in California, you get a driver's license right here on the Clark the Shark Show. So between AB 5 and AB 60, Sharky is AB unemployed and homeless because you don't need me anymore to clean your pool when you could get a guy to do it probably way better than me at 5 a.m. For less than half the price that I, Clark the Shark, would charge right here on the Sharky Show, you guys. 1-800-449-8255. So there's all these other reasons too. They don't build enough, and I don't like that reason. I hear that one a lot. We got to build more buildings. We got to build more condos, more apartments, more houses. Oh, yeah, dude, let's build more. That's going to make things cheaper, huh? No, I think that'll make it even more expensive, or do nothing at all, if you know what I mean. Clark the Shark, 1-800-449-8255. But the bottom line is, people, everyone in California should be marching and screaming angry at this high rent. And yet you notice they don't say a peep. They are not even in a panic. For whatever reason, the new normal of high rent is now accepted here on the Clark the Shark Show. $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month. It's okay by everybody, Republican and Democrat. And if you don't like it, Shark, you just got to drive more Uber Eats or, DoorDash or, you could drive like a chicken, dude, with your head off. I don't even care if you got a college degree, dude. It's going to be hard to keep up forever, with $2,500 a month, $3,500 a month, and it's going up all the time. And then California makes no effort to lower it, really, except for these dumb laws where you can only raise it by 1% or something. What the fuck good is that going to do? The rent's already high, so what, you can raise it? That stupid law just makes it so you can keep raising it on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255. The solution is everybody in California has to go out, take over the streets. I mean, everyone, all the citizens, and march and make laws that rent is only $1,100 a month, tops. The whole state needs to do this, you guys. Because now this high rent thing is spreading to red states. And California, the country goes the way of California. So goes California, so goes the whole fucking goddamn country, you guys, down the swirling toilet right here on the Clark the Shark Show. So with that in mind, other red states should be marching against high rent too. And think of all the money you might have in the bank. That's right, people. If your rent wasn't so damn high. Now we got people with college degrees living like how I, Clark the Shark, lived when I was a swimming pool cleaner. We got people with a degree, education, literally living paycheck to paycheck, trying to pay $3,500 a month or $4,500 a month or something like that, you guys. And they're broke all the time, just like me, Clark the Shark, when I was a pool guy, making a lot of money right here on the Clark the Shark Show. I know many of you don't agree or like, Shark, we got to screen out the, those drug addict people. We don't want them living around us, and the way to do it is make rent $2,500 a month. You could be right, you guys, but you also could be a bunch of fucking douchebags to even say or think that right here on the Clark the Shark Show. Think about it, people. We got to cut this rent. Now, it is an important issue if yours truly, Clark the Shark, is even talking about this. It's a real serious, heady issue. It's hearty, meat and potatoes shit. I wouldn't talk about it otherwise, you guys. I wouldn't even address it. Someday, many of you need to examine high rent and say, we, the people of California, have the power to lower our own rent. Because there's more of us than the greedy rich people and politicians who want the rent high so they can tax the shit out of it, etc., etc. Now, I know all the other real reasons why the rent is high. You give a bunch of people a driver's license who, they're not real citizens, or they don't plan on staying here. It's only temporary, or maybe they do plan on staying here on the Clark the Shark Show at 1-800-449-8255. But if you do something stupid like that the Democrats did, you're going to have high rent. Yeah, you will. Here on the Sharko Doodle Doo, the Sharkalama Ding Dong Show. It's at the point now where people are like, yeah, you're not even prejudiced or racist, or you're making sense when you talk about this. I'd like to think me, Clark the Shark, was the catalyst for this thinking. I actually hear this on Fox News now. They're probably ripping off me, Clark the Shark, or they know it's a loser issue with conservatives and church-going Republicans who got a lot of money. But someone like Greg Gutfeld talking about high rent tells me he's found a little new niche to talk about. And he may have gotten it from yours truly. Your humble servant, DJ, MC, microphone guy, me, Sharkalama Ding Dong, right here on the Clark the Shark Show from the golden EIB Android phone. It's not a Sharker phone, you guys. I just talk into the golden EIB. It's not even golden. It's a red Android phone, you guys. But it is nonetheless a Sharker phone. Homelessness, high rent, inflation. You blame Joe Biden, huh? Well, you could be right there. A lot of companies are raising prices out of fear of Democrat taxes. We know that's true. But your friends on the right at Fox News who live well, who have, degrees and families and parents who love them, these people want high rent, and they want to eliminate those who don't. Wrap your psyche around that one. The good, clean people are against you, swimming pool cleaner, electrician, unlicensed contractor guy, barber, curb painter guy who used to be important. Now you can be, and you already are, replaced in our new society of super high priced milk, Coke, Lay's potato chips, Triscuits, Dawn dishwashing liquid, Charmin toilet paper, 7-Up, Sprite, Dr. Pepper, you name it, baby. If it's on sale at Ralph's, Target, Vons, Stater Brothers, Albertsons, you can bet that both sides of the aisle want an expensive society, not a cheap one. Or you can always go to the Dollar Tree or the 99-cent store, or, those dollar stores. Sure. Me and my wife go to them. Those help us get food cheap, but when you're 60 years old and you need low rent, I'm discovering now, me, Clark the Shark, even senior living places are uh, expensive now. What happened? I thought senior 55 plus condos, trailers, apartments were supposed to be cheap and affordable for seniors. But I guess now in the new normal, they're not anymore. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, in the land of high inflation, high rent, lots of homelessness, nowhere for drug addicts to live anymore, you guys. If you're one of those, you're fucked. I mean, you're screwed. And our society slowly wants to eliminate you and make you disappear if you're not tall, good looking, lucky, or with a degree, or a family that loved you and or even liked you, right here on the Clark the Shark Show. It's true, you guys. I know it sounds scary and sad, but a lot of you think, well, I got a degree and I got a great job and nothing bad will ever happen to me. I thought that too. I was a swimming pool cleaner, you guys. You know how in demand those are in San Diego. Well, I'm discovering now that me, Clark the Shark, I'm not in demand anymore like I used to be. And I don't think it's because I'm 59 or 58. That ain't why, you guys. I wouldn't be in demand if I was 40 or 30 right now, because you can get a guy better than me who works a lot cheaper and maybe even a lot better. It's true. When you give out a bunch of driver's licenses to everybody of all colors, that's what happens, you guys. Your job evaporates. And even if you have an education, one day you will leave California too, because you'll get sick of the high rent out here. You will. You'll go to Utah or Texas or New Mexico or, Arizona. And guess what? The rent's high there now. There's no escape, you guys. The rent is high everywhere. Red state and blue, because so goes California, so goes the nation. Right here on the Clark the Shark Show, 1-800-449-8255 on WABC Radio New York in the mornings. Be there daily. I'm out of here. Peace.